Some thank yous from me before we get started. A big thank you to Simon Buckley, not just for performing today, he's going to be the first performance you see today, but for allowing us to use the brilliant St Anne's Church Hall, which is a fantastic location for us and a brilliant venue. So thank you very much, Simon. Thank you very much for everybody for coming. I'm going to hand over to Simon now, who will start the show. Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you.
It's great to see you. Welcome to St Anne's. So, you're a puppeteer? A puppeteer? How on earth did you get into puppets? I imagine almost everybody in this room has been asked that question at some point or another. And for all of us, I guess the answer will be slightly different. It may be that you saw a Punch and Judy show on the beach when you were a child, or perhaps you used to like watching the Muppet Show on television. For me, it all began many years ago, one Christmas, with a present from my grandparents. To Simon, love from Gran and Grandpa. No, it's not a Satsuma in the bottom of this. It was instead a little golden bear. And as I put Sooty on my hand, which was a bit big for my 5-year-old hands, but I hope, like my school trousers, I'd grow into him, I fell in love with Sooty, with puppets, with puppeteering, and that magical, nonsensical art of giving life to an inanimate object, giving it a life of its own. Isn't that right, Sooty? Don't scratch, I think you've got fleas. So, give up me away. And that's how it all began. But it was just the beginning. Fast forward to Christmas 1971. And after much badgering and being a very good boy, obviously, I finally got what I always dreamed of, my very first marionette. It was, of course, a Pelham puppet. The little wizard who, for some reason I can not explain, played the xylophone. Of course he did. And he was quickly joined by lots of other characters that I bought with my pocket money, which I saved up, and with the money that I started to make from doing shows. At first, my very first performance was at a girl's birthday party. She was a girl in my class. I was 9 years old. I did a show. The wizard played the xylophone, and at the end of it, I got a pound. The next night, a complete stranger phoned up and said to my dad, "I'd like to speak to Simon Buckley, the children's party entertainer." And my dad said, "Well, you can, but he's only 9. She said, "That's all right, he's only a pound." So not because I was any good, but just because I was cheap, I got the booking. And in the year I turned 16, I did exactly 100 shows at children's birthday parties, fetes and fairs, charging a bit more than a pound at that point. I was doing mostly marionette shows, because of my wizard, those are the puppets that I loved the most. But I also started doing Punch and Judy. And in fact, I did a Punch and Judy show at the Guild Exhibition in Pimlico in, I think, about 1970, well, Ronnie was still in short trousers. That's how long ago it was. 1978, I think. And I came very heavily under the influence of Eric Bramall. So all of my performances, whether marionette shows or Punch and Judy, always ended up with a marionette cabaret. And it was Eric who pioneered that style and also encouraged me to join the Guild. I hate to say it, I think 50 years ago. I very rarely get the chance to work marionettes these days, but Mike asked me very nicely if I'd do a performance today, which I hope I'm not going to live to regret. So it seemed a good opportunity to, I hate to say it, pull a few strings and put on some performances, some of which I've never done before. So let's give it a go. Hello, my name's Joe, and I'm a puppet, don't you know? A marionette. I work my strings, so I can do amazing things, like dancing. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la, and running. Woohoo! And jumping! Whee! I can reach up high or crouch down low. And I like to smell the flowers that grow. Achoo! Hay fever. There goes a caterpillar. When I'm out in the park, I like to lie in the sun. And look at the clouds. It's so much fun. That one looks like an elephant. That one looks like a dinosaur. And that one looks like a cloud. When I get too hot, I like to sit in the shade at the base of a tree which from a leg is made. Sometimes I fall asleep. But my favourite thing is to climb up the tree and wave to the people who are looking at me. Hello, hello. From way up high I can see my house, but it's so far away it's as small as a mouse. Now I think it's time for tea. So I'll slide down this tree. 1, 2, 3, whee! Oh, silly me. I've one more string, so I can take a bow. Because it's time for me to go now. Bye-bye. I very rarely get the chance to operate marionettes these days, so that was a bit of a self-indulgent trip down memory lane for me there. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm now, as most of you know, thank you very much. As most of you probably know, I'm the rector of this church. I've been here for 12 years and was ordained 25 years ago this summer. And so for a long period of time, I combined being a puppeteer with being a priest. And then since coming here, I'm afraid the puppets, even though I've got the best puppet room I've ever had in my life, have taken a bit of a back seat. But I've often been asked to use puppets in church. Now, the problem with marionettes, of course, is that they tend to appear down at your feet, and so they're difficult to see. So a number of years ago, I was approached by Great Ormond Street Hospital to perform for a carol service raising funds for them, hosted by Trevor MacDonald. And of course, being the person I am, I said, yes, of course I will. And then thought, what am I going to do? So this is what I did. Please imagine it's Christmas Eve, and be ready for the sheep's story.
Now, there's a reason why sheep have woolly jumpers. Well, two reasons actually. Firstly, because when you've only got hooves, you can't dip the buttons on a cardie. And secondly, because when you're outside Bethlehem in the dead of winter, it can be freezing. There's one night I remember well. Me and the others were all huddled around trying to keep warm. It was bitterly cold, and I was sandwiched between Jephthah and Doreen. Jephthah's teeth were chattering, she was so chilly, while Doreen was snoring like a camel with colic. So I thought, hey up, Salome, you're not going to get much shut-eye tonight. I tried counting sheep. It didn't work. Next thing, there was this dazzling bright light in the sky, which got brighter and brighter, until light shone all around us. And suddenly, there in the middle of this light, sort of hovering over his heads, was an angel. Well, you can imagine the pandemonium that followed. Dogs were barking, the shepherds were running around in a panic, and 300 sheep sat there like this. But at least it stopped Doreen from snoring. Well, the angel says, fear not. I thought, fear not, fear not. That's easy for you to say. And by this point, 2 of the shepherds have legged it, and the others are flat on their faces, thinking they're about to meet their maker, which, ironically, in a way they were about to. But this angel, I didn't catch his name, could have been Gabriel or it could have been Darren, I'm not sure. He says, I bring you glad tidings of great joy, for today, in the city of David, is born a Saviour, the Messiah, the Lord. And this shall be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger. Now, I hate to state the obvious when I say that I'm a sheep and not a theologian, but even I was surprised to find that the Saviour of the world had arrived as a baby, lying in a feeding trough. But thus, just when you thought it couldn't get any more bizarre, the sky was suddenly filled with a whole host of angels who went into a big song and dance routine, giving it the old glory to God in the highest and peace to all people on earth routine. I thought, ooh, you're good. You could win Bethlehem's Got Talent. But then, quick as they'd come, they'd gone again. Well, we didn't know what to make of it. But one of the shepherds said, come on, let us go to Bethlehem and see this thing what has taken place. And he scooped up a couple of sheep to take as a congratulations present. I thought, I know the shops are shut, but that's hardly an original gift from a shepherd. Still, I gather the Mum and Dad were rather pleased, though a bit surprised when 2 shepherds with a couple of sheep suddenly turned up. Wish I'd gone. I'd have loved to have been there. Still, on nights like this, remember it's Christmas Eve, on nights like this, I can close my eyes, I can't actually, and I can picture the scene, and it's so real. Oh, you know, it's as though that baby is right beside me. So that's what I wanted to tell you. That's my story. The rest of my life, I've just been eating grass, really.
So a sheep has been followed by a donkey, inspired by Hyacinth Bouquet, an ox inspired by Johnny Vegas, and this Christmas I did the star, inspired by the voice and mannerisms of Julian Clary. Lots of innuendo, but being followed by wise men, as you can imagine. Sometimes I do puppets in schools as well, and a piece that I've done in churches and schools on various occasions I'm going to end my little performance with now. So I'm just going to rearrange a couple of things and perform this for you in the knowledge that children and adults have enjoyed it. And I hope puppeteers will too. As you can see, I've brought a very large storybook along. I wonder if you have a favourite storybook. It could be a little book you like to read in bed at night, or a great big book about dragons that a prince is going to fight. It could be a magical tale set somewhere far away, or a book about that wizard boy who always saves the day. It could be about someone you wish you could be, or a hero or a villain that you think, she's a bit like me. When I was a little boy, one of my favourite books was Peter Pan, and I liked it because of the pirates and the Indians and the crocodile that swallowed the alarm clock. But most of all, I liked it because I wanted to be like Peter Pan and be able to... Thank you, indeed. When you open a book, you never know what you're going to find, who you're going to meet, or where you're going to go. The story I'm going to tell you today is a story that Jesus told. It's a parable, and it's called The Prodigal Son. It's one of his parables you'll find in the Bible. But I sometimes wonder, do people know what the word prodigal means? Any idea? No? Too shy to shout out. What a well-behaved audience you are. Prodigal means wasteful. So this is, in fact, a story about a very wasteful boy. Would you like to meet him?
Yes.
Are you sure you'd like to meet him?
Yes.
That's very good, because we get on to the AGM very quickly if I don't. Right, so here he is. Here he is. He's coming. Come on out of your dressing room. Get your hand the right way around. Oh no, it's me that's got my hand on the wrong way around. Nearly there, nearly there. Here he comes. And this little boy's name is... What is your name today? Oh, Derek? Or you want to be called Derek? All right, fair enough. Well, this is Derek. And one day, Derek said, Dad! Oh, yes, Derek. Oh, how did you know my name was Derek? Well, every day, you see, he likes to be called something different. Yesterday, it was Arbuthnot. And the day before that, he wanted to be called Ronnie LeDrew. There you go. I'm quite happy with Derek, actually. Oh, that's handy. Good. What is it, Derek? Dad? Yes, Derek. Dad? Yes, Derek. Dad? Oh, come on, get a move on. Dad, you know how when you die, everything that is yours will come to me and my big brother? Oh, you're right. You will inherit half of our family farm, half of all my money will become yours, and best of all, you will inherit half of my country and western CD collection. Whoopee! Can I just have the money? Only can I have it now? Now? Yes! I want to travel the world and further my education. I want to broaden my horizons. I want to see great works of art and experience different cultures and become a wiser person. My dear boy, I would miss you so much if you were to leave, but how can I stop you if you want to broaden your horizons and see the world, doing good deeds for others? Oh, but it would really break my heart to see you go. But is the bank open? Yes, it is, all right. I'll go and get the money for you. Whoopee! Oh, I'm off to see the world, I'm off to see the world. Na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. Here you go, son. Half of all my money. Spend it wisely. Don't waste it. Oh, and do look after yourself. Of course I will, Dad. I'll take good care of it. I'll spend it wisely, and I will send you a postcard. Oh, I'm going to miss you so much. Thanks, Dad. I'm off to see the world. I'm off to see the world. And his father watched him with tears in his eyes as he watched him go. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm off to see the world. I'm off to see the world. Na 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 na. Derek travelled by bus and train, by coach and plane, until eventually he discovered he was a very long way away from home. Oh, here I am, a very long way away from home. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's so exciting. There are so many great things to do. There are ancient monuments to explore, new languages to learn, good deeds to be done. Now, where shall I begin? What can I do first? Oh, look at that. A sweet shop. That's
That's where I'll start off. I will just get a little bit of chocky for my journey. Oh, now I've been in there. I don't think I can manage with just one bit of chocolate. I want the whole shop. Oh. Now, there's nothing wrong with buying a little bit of chocolate. But Derek didn't buy just a little bit of chocolate. He bought everything. He bought candies and lollies and chews and dib-dabs, fizzy cola bottles and licorice laces until the shop was half empty. And Derek had spent an awful lot of money. I've had a lot of chocky. I've had a lot of chocky. Na 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 na. Oh, that was toffee-tastic. Oh, though I do feel a little bit sick. And I have spent quite a bit of my money. Oh, never mind. It's mine to spend and do what I want with, so I can do whatever I please. Now, what shall I do next? I could go and visit the art gallery. I could go and do voluntary work in the hospital, or I could go and play in the amusement arcade. Wow! One-on bandit-tastic. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to win a cuddly Peppa Pig in the amusement arcade. But Derek had to have a go on everything. He went on the dance mats, the laser quasars, the fruit machines, the rifle range. He went on everything until he'd spent even more money. I've had fun in the arcade, fun in the arcade, na 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 na, na 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 na. How? This is fun, just having fun. I can do all the things I plan to do another day, but now I just want to enjoy myself. So what shall I do next? I wonder what happens behind here. I am in Soho after all. Now, Derek got up to some stuff that was a bit more serious than eating too much chocolate or playing on too many fruit machines. He did some stuff that was really not good. It was really dangerous. And some stuff that, in church, I won't tell you about. Derek started to hang out with some really bad people, do some really stupid things. In fact, you could say that little Derek got well and truly carried away! Some time passed and Derek discovered that the friends he liked to hang out with had disappeared when they'd finished spending all his money. So he didn't have a single penny to spend in the amusement arcade or buy even one chocolate mouse. Hungry, homeless, penniless. Poor Derek found himself in a bit of a pickle. I haven't any money. I haven't any money. Na 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 na. Derek tried to find himself a job, and eventually, at the very last place in town, he found one. It was in a farm, looking after the pigs. Oh, this has to be the worst job ever. Oh, the food that this pig gets to eat is better than the food I have. He has a nice warm bed of straw to sleep on at night. I have to sleep outside under a tree. Oh, I've made such a mess of things. I've been really stupid. Here I am, hungry and penniless, while back home, my father is treating the servants well and really looking after them. There I have a warm bed and lots of clothes and lots of food. Oh, pig, I'm going to return to my father and say, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you, and I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me like one of the hired servants. That's what I'm going to do. Right, Piggy, I'm off. Mwah! I'm going to go home, I'm going to go home. La 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 la, la 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 la. And Derek set off as fast as he could. He had to run all the way because he didn't have any money for a bus or a train or a coach or a plane. And he ran and ran and ran. And he only ever stopped to catch his breath and to wonder whether his father would be really annoyed when he discovered that he'd wasted all that money. But you know, Derek needn't have bothered because his father was looking out for him since the day he left home. And when he saw him in the distance, he cried, "My son!" And he ran to meet him. "Whoa! Oh, Dad, mind your back! Oh, my son, it's so good to have you home. Oh, Dad, don't get too carried away. I've made a real mess of things. And there's something I have to say. Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Please, just treat me like one of your servants." "Oh, my boy, you are my son, and you always will be.
Now come on, let's get you into some clean clothes and I'll kill the fatted calf.
Oh, Dad, not the fatted calf, please. Can I have cheese on toast? I've become a vegetarian. It was working with those pigs that did it.
Oh, fair enough. You can have whatever you want. I'm just so glad to have you home. Now go and get changed.
Oh, Dad, I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Oh, elder son, come I borrow your Lady Gaga CD, please? I want to have a party.
Oh, what's all the noise about?
Oh, you'll never guess what. Your little brother, Derek,
Yes?
well, he's home.
What?
He's alive again. It's as if he was dead, and now he's been found. Oh, I'm so happy. Come on, let's have a party. And come on, baby, do the locomotion.
Dad, hang on a second. That's not fair. All this time I've been working hard on our family firm, and you've never thrown a party for me. But Derek goes off, wastes half the money, and you throw him a great big party. It's not fair.
My dear boy, you've always been with me, and you have been a wonderful son. But Derek was lost, and he's been found. It's as if he was dead, and now he's alive again. Surely that's something to celebrate.
Yeah, I suppose so. Can I invite some of my friends?
Yes, of course.
Can we have Pringles?
Yes, of course. Cheese and onion ones, whatever you like. I'm just so pleased to have both my boys home. Oh, come on, party. Everybody, let's party. Oh, come on, baby, do the locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. And everybody partied late into the night, rejoicing that the prodigal son had come home. Derek was very wasteful, but his father loved him and forgave him. Parables always have a message, and it is in this that God is like the father in the parable, always ready to forgive us when if we make a mistake, we turn to him and say sorry. I wonder which of the characters in this story you identify with most readily. The loving and forgiving father, the adorable but rather silly son, or that mean, resentful brother. I wonder. Look, that's the end of the story, and maybe another time I'll bring out the Bible at the next Guild AGM and do another story for you. But for now,
Dad has welcomed me back home, though I was very wasteful. This is the end. This is the end.
and that is the parable of the prodigal son. I'll just tell you, I did this in the school once, and at the end of it, a little girl put her hand up and asked if you could please me. She said, Reverend Simon, I have to ask, when you closed the book, why didn't the puppets get squashed? Super sweet. Thank you very much. It's been a lovely audience. Thank you.
Thank you to Simon from us all. We've all, I think you'll all agree with me, we've been treated today to a fantastic performance there. For those of you that know, some will know him well and know what his career has been like, but if you don't, I encourage you to check out his website. Simon, before he was ordained, and still continues to an extent, had a fantastic career in TV puppetry. As an author, did one of the best TV series on puppetry there was, Pig
Attraction,
which was absolutely superb. You can still find on YouTube, if you look up the Pig Attraction, a brilliant series on puppetry that Simon produced and starred in. So a big thank you again to him, and another round of applause, please.